So many Bollywood people, Bollywood celebrities buy from you. What is that reason? You grew up in a lower middle class family.
Slums of Ghatkopar.
You lost your father at the age of 16. How did this shape you?
I got a little bit of tutoring from my uncle. On the age of 18, I went to Kuwait. I worked under him, where he taught me how to make this 2 + 2 5.
From slums to selling 15,000 apartments in Dubai, the journey has been tremendous. It also earned you the title of the 1% man of Dubai. What is the one mindset that you think has attributed to your success?
We realized that there are 85% of the expats who are staying in the UAE market and they are renting their apartment, and we wanted them to buy the house. We came out with that 1% payment plan, and now the whole world is coming to buy from us. So Dubai, I believe, is a gold mine, and Dubai is underpriced, I would say. And the most important point, no taxation. Whatever you earn is yours. You see, not many people know, but we manage the Filmfare franchise in the Middle East. When the first person I convinced was Anil Kapoor. Dubai Sheikh, when he decides to do something, he will make it happen. How many countries in the world, especially the Arab country, can you imagine giving a permission or a land to make a mandir? If anybody tries to create any problem, straight deport. I met Modi ji, so much to learn from him.
Entrepreneurs who are watching, who really struggle, like they go from 0 to 1, but that 1 to 100 scale is very difficult. What advice would you give the youth on how to scale and go from 1 to 100? Meet Rizwan Sajan, Dubai's 1% man, who's recognized by Forbes Middle East as one of the top Indian business leaders in the UAE. From growing up in the slums of Mumbai and selling books on the street to selling over 15,000 homes in Dubai, Rizwan has truly built an empire. In this episode, he talks to us about global real estate trends, how you can diversify and really scale your business, and real estate investment tips. If you're looking for inspiration to really break the mold and make it big, this episode is for you. Watch now. Welcome to the Humans of Bombay show, Rizwan ji. So lovely to meet you.
Same, yes. Very good, Karishma. Happy to see you also.
Yeah, and I was just telling you offline that I really like your flag that you're wearing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So this is a flag of a UAE flag. So I'm wearing it for a purpose.
Yeah.
And so happy to be a part of UAE.
Thank you. Thank you for also doing this with us and chatting, because you've had such a tremendous journey. And often it's the journey that makes you, right? The roots, where you come from, how you've kind of imbibed those qualities that define where you go in life. And your journey began, obviously from selling books on the street to setting up one of the largest businesses in the UAE, 100 most successful businesses. What do you think has been the defining factor of that journey?
I think it's basically, this has never happened overnight. It's been part by part. But I've always kept in mind that what I need to do for the next 3 years. And then I have worked toward that vision and make sure that that vision is implemented. I've got the right people working for me. And we have focused on that and it made it happen. Like, I know the next 3 years what I want to do now.
Yeah.
So from the time of the beginning, I would tell you that we started the building material company. At that time, everybody was selling building materials. And I said, if I have to go and compete with them, it's never going to happen because they're all giants sitting over here. So we started selling only the specialized building material. When I say specialized building material, like wooden flooring, veneers, laminates, nobody was selling that time. So that worked for me because Dubai was growing on a very fast pace at that time. People started buying that, and that worked out very good, and we became the #1 building material. Then later on, we added the basic building material also. So today we have branches, almost 47 branches across the GCC in the building material, and #1 building material we are. The same way when we started Danube Home, like I'm just coming back that how I achieved that.
Yeah.
So we started Danube Home. And at that time, where everybody was buying the house, but people were running from here and there to somebody to buy wallpaper, wanted to go somewhere else, somebody to buy the bathroom fitting, they were going somewhere else. Somebody wanted to garden furniture, they were going somewhere else. So we decided to consolidate everything and put under one roof. That formula worked very well because when you have your own house and you want to go and furnish the whole house, you want to go for a shop where you can find everything under one roof. When it was property, again the same formula. A lot of people were selling the properties, but they were all selling the expensive properties and all focusing on the rich people. But we realized that there are 85% of the expats who are staying in the UAE market and they are renting their apartment. And we wanted them to buy the house. But to sell the house to them was not easy because they don't have that sort of money in their pocket and the bank could not lend to them. So what was how would we come out with the solution? We came out with a 1% payment plan. Now that worked very well because anybody who is living in UAE and having that small saving which they put it as a down payment and then balance they pay 1% even after the handover. And when initially we launched the properties, it was keeping in mind only the UAE people. But as we started marketing, the whole world started realizing, yeah, you can buy a house in 1% in Dubai.
Yeah.
And now the whole world is coming to buy from us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's. I think the solutions are very optimal, like in the sense that it's easy for people to understand also and be like, let me be a part of this.
And create some USP so that then your journey becomes much easier, and then you market it well. That not only create that USP, but you show it to the world that what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah. But I want to go a little bit behind in time because this is a journey where we were expanding and kind of going into different spaces. But the way you grew up was very different. You grew up in a very middle class family, lower middle class family from Ghatkopar
and slums of Ghatkopar.
Exactly, and unfortunately you lost your father at the age of 16, and then went on to sell books and later these other things on the street. How did this shape you? This period of your time? Of your life?
See, important is when you are getting that chance, it's very important to understand what is happening around the world. And the first journey was I got a little bit of tutoring from my uncle because when I went to Kuwait, on the age of 18, I went to Kuwait, I worked under him. I learned a lot from him, to be honest. He's the one who is my mentor to some extent, where he taught me how to make this 2 + 2 5, how to behave in people, how to behave in public, how to make sure that you are doing the right things. And later on, when I got my opportunity, I used a lot of things which I learned from Kuwait. And then as you meet people, you see what they are talking, how they are dressing up, how they behave in people. So, and then you learn automatically because then you get that opportunity, you get to meet all different sorts of people from the world. Sometimes, you find people who is too loud, but sometimes you find the businessman is a very simple guy. He would not show off and all that. So you carry the good things from him and try to incorporate in you, and that's how you become. Every day is a learning process. Still, I'm learning every day. Like I met Modi ji last week. So much to learn from him.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
So, because you've said that your uncle is kind of like a mentor, I'm sure people would like to know what are 3 most important things that you learned from your mentor that you want to tell the youth. Predominantly, our audience is the youth who is watching you.
The most important is to work hard. Not to get carried away with your success. I remember he was also working very hard, and although he was a very, very aggressive man, but very strong man. He knew his business very well. When he talks to the supplier, sometimes you sit over the drink, and we used to have a negotiation over the drink, and after the drink also they were negotiating. He said, "Don't think I am going to give you 1 paisa more. I will exactly give you what you due for." That sort of a thing, when he tells you, he teaches you, and he, number 1, working hard. Number 2, working and knowing your business very well. That means he knew exactly what he wants to buy and what not. Like today also, when we are negotiating the plots or when we are doing some business for the property, I know that this is the market it's going to work and this is what the customers are going to pay for, and accordingly we negotiate, because every day on our table, we get so many proposals. Ye bhi plot hai, wo bhi plot hai. But whatever plots we have picked up, very luckily we sold. And then third thing is the marketing, which he taught me that yes, marketing is also very important. At that time, of course, social media did not exist. But whatever the radio or TV, whatever things we had to learn to market over there.
Yeah, I think marketing obviously has changed from what it was to what it is now, but it has always been important. It will continue to be important. As you grew, and you spoke about so many different businesses and how you expanded. My next question is for entrepreneurs who are watching, who really struggle. Like they go from 0 to 1, but that 1 to 100 scale is very difficult. So what would you recommend, or what advice would you give the youth on how to scale and go from 1 to 100?
Very, very important to find the right people to work for you. Because majority of the businessmen, when they scale from 0 to 1, they are scared of hiring the right people. You know why? Because they think that he will learn my business and he will go away from them. अगर वो जाएगा तो अपना नसीब लेके जाएगा, उसमें क्या फर्क पड़ता है, तुमको कुछ दे के ही जाएगा, कुछ सिखा के ही जाएगा. So never feel afraid to find the right people. In fact, you should find people who are smarter than you to work for you, then you can scale up. Like for example, when I say we have 47 branches, we have for the building material 23 branches for the Danube Home, and they are all in a different locations, managed by the different professionals. Yes, some of them have left us and started their own business also. That's a part of the game. But if you want to grow from that 1 to 100, you need to have people to work for you and give them the delegation, because if you do not give them the delegation, of course, try to keep them happy as much as possible, so that don't leave you and go. But if they are too ambitious, let them go. You will find somebody better than him.
So people is
the key, and managing the people and making sure that you're rewarding the people so that they don't leave you and go.
Yeah, and keeping them happy, basically.
If the right people, they are working properly, make sure they don't go.
Okay. You said something like, it's a part of the game. Like, people will leave. Other things will happen. The journey of an entrepreneur. I run my own business. I know that every day is different. And every day there's a new challenge that you didn't think was possible only. Like sometimes a challenge comes and I'm like, I would have never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be dealing with this today. How does one deal with challenges properly, in your opinion? And how did you deal with your challenges?
I think basically, whenever there's a challenge, I've never stressed myself. I've been always very, very cool in handling the challenges. Like I remember, there was a time when we were managing a paint factory, and all of a sudden the paint factory had a fire. And fire, not only our factory got burned, but there were 4 or 5 warehouses around my factory also got burned. So imagine my investment in that factory was only 10 million dirhams, but a worth of 100 million dirhams goods were lost because of the fire, and the whole claim came on me. And at that particular time, when I didn't have even 10 million dirhams, the 100 million dirhams claim on me, and I thought, "Ke abhi to gaya kaam se." But very important that when you have such challenges in life, and you will encounter such challenges in life, important to play your cool, figure out. I started meeting all the lawyers, understanding. Of course, it was very stressful, but keeping in mind that how to manage with the situation. Then they came up with a solution that if you don't want to pay this 100 million, how you are going to manage the whole situation. They gave me some solutions. We worked to the government level. It took me 1 year, but everything was solved and I didn't have to pay a single penny.
Wow.
Only thing which I lost was the 10 million dirhams from the factory which was burnt, that I claimed from my insurance company.
Wow. And this happened over a span of 1 year.
This is not last year. This is, I'm talking about 20 years ago.
It happened over a span of 1 year.
1 year I had to solve this problem. But I must have lost 5 kilos for sure.
Exactly, yeah.
That was one of the biggest challenge which I had at that particular time. Because of course now also we have challenges where we take something and it's not happening and we lose some money. But that's okay. I am always a believer of, ठीक है, आया इधर ही कमाया है, कुछ चला भी गया तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है.
Wow. But how did you, during that 1 year, what are 3 things that you would say you did that helped you sail through this difficult time?
The 3 things which I learned is, again, be patient. Make sure that you take the stress, but okay, that stress was a lot. Yeah. I shouldn't have taken that sort of stress. But itna bada challenge bhi tha, so I had to take that stress. But eventually, what came out was outcome was good. So I feel that any challenges can be handled if you are able to handle it in a cool mind and do it in a proper way. You should be thinking properly, taking some wise decisions, and you can come out. And the business also, when you want to start business, there will be some challenges. काम नहीं चल रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, लेकिन उसका solution निकल आता है. अगर आप देखो कि दूसरा कोई रास्ता निकालो, तो हो जाता है.
And
इतना difficult भी नहीं है.
Yeah, हो जाएगा.
हो जाएगा. अपने आप हो जाता है.
When we talk about all these different things that make a person's journey in life, of course, keeping a cool head, having all those things is very important, because you have to overcome and you have to keep going. Are you also a very structured person in terms of your routine? Like, how many hours a day do you work? I'm sure people would love to know. What is a typical day in your life?
Typical day in my life, I would get up at around 7 o'clock. Okay, 7 o'clock, I would then just freshen up myself and go to the pool. So 30 to 45 minutes I need to be in the pool, where I would do my swimming and also aquatic exercise inside the pool, and do some breathing exercise when I come out. So that has to happen. If I don't do it, I'm not in the full frame of mind. 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'll have my breakfast. then sit with my mama for half an hour, 45 minutes, because that's the only time I get to sit with her. So I watch TV with her because her main hobby is to watch TV. So watch with her TV, that's Saas Bahu Ki, and I will discuss, oh my God, see how bad that lady is. So I sit with her half an hour, 45 minutes, then I take a shower, then I sit with Samira. I would sit with her half an hour. Samira is my wife. आधा घंटा उसी के साथ बैठने के साथ फिर 10:30 11 बजे आई एम इन द ऑफिस. 11 बजे से रात को 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30.
So on and so forth.
So far, वो काम चलता है. That happens 6 days a week.
Wow. Okay. Amazing.
So, and after 9 o'clock, then the second inning starts. Is my social evening. There will be some of the other parties happening or some of the other events happening. So I'm home by then. After that, events, parties, or whatever it is, 11, 12, 13, 1 o'clock, I'm at home. Again, wake up at 7 o'clock. The whole journey starts.
Again. It's a cycle.
Cycle, yeah. But it's fine. I'm enjoying. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about something that you are obviously very passionate about and you know a lot about, which is real estate. So what are some of the global real estate trends and what are the impact on local markets? For example, India.
So Dubai, I believe, is a gold mine, and if you have not invested in Dubai, you should invest immediately, because the way it's going to progress in the next few years is going to be a lot. I mean, it's already in the last 10 years progressed very much. Like when I say progress very much, if you come to Dubai even if you're coming every 3 months, you find something different happening in Dubai. We leave Dubai and we are still not able to cope up with the developments which are happening in Dubai on an everyday moment. The amount of event, the concert, the new road, the new infrastructure, the new people coming from all over the world, and it's really difficult to cope up. And can you imagine the population of Dubai? It's 3.5 million people only. Like I'm from Mumbai, and the population of Mumbai is 25 million people, and Dubai is only 3.5 million people. Now 3.5 million people means we are talking about 1/6 of what Mumbai is, and it's a very small place, and the whole world is eyeing for it. Yeah. And when the whole world is eyeing today also, the last year, the growth of UAE or Dubai, the number of people who invested in Dubai, especially the Indians, were a lot. Wow. Indian played in my company, 40% of my investors are from India. They come from all over the India. And not only India, we have other countries also, but the 40% of my stake is from India. And that's why you see a lot of advertisement we do all over the India. If you want to invest anywhere also, I would strongly suggest you to invest, because the casinos are going to come now in the next couple of years. The first casino is coming in Ras Al Khaimah, and after that, even in Dubai, they have planned for casinos. And you know that any place where the casino comes, that place is going to boom, boom, boom. It's like boom like anything. And if you talk about price of Dubai right now, Dubai is underpriced, I would say. When I say underpriced, we are talking about $500 to $600 per square feet. और इंडियन रुपीज में अगर उसको मैं कन्वर्ट करके बोलूँ तो 50 से 60 हज़ार रुपये के अंदर आपको कार्पेट एरिया on a prime location next to Burj Khalifa or an ocean facing apartment you can buy today in Dubai. Whereas today from Mumbai, where I'm sitting now, if I have to buy anything in that Bandstand or Carter Road, I have to pay 100 to 150,000 rupees for carpet for an old building. Here I'm talking about 50 to 60,000 to 70,000 maximum for a new building with 40 plus amenities, fully furnished with 1% payment plan. So Dubai is definitely underpriced.
Yeah. Wow, when you put it like that.
Actually, if you look at it, I mean, if you're from Mumbai, you will understand what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes. I pay rent.
It's really underpriced. Yeah. And then secondly, the ROI which you get in Dubai is 6 to 10%. Minimum 6% can go up to 10% depending on what location, whether you want to put a long-term rental or a short-term rental. Easily manage, your money is safe over there. When you invest in Dubai, you won't find developers running away from there, because the money goes into the escrow account. In case if you're not able to pay, then you will lose your money. Correct. But otherwise, if the developer runs away also, your money is safe, because your money is going straight into the escrow account. The government will pay you back your money.
Yeah, and the quality of life is...
Quality of life is unbelievable. If you have not... And Dubai, you know, how many flights are there from India today? 200 flights from all over the India on everyday basis.
Wow. Into Dubai.
Into Dubai straight. Direct flight. 200 flights I'm talking about from all over. From Mumbai, we have more than 24 flights every day.
Unbelievable. Yeah, because
That's how the connection
also
is.
there's a distance, right? It's like Bombay, Delhi.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the immigration,
Yeah.
so fast.
Yeah.
30 seconds, every passenger is taken to clear. And they are coming out with something different where just they'll see your face and they'll let you go.
Yeah.
Recently, I've announced that you don't require a passport to when you travel, especially if you are a UAE resident, you don't require a passport. Eye scanning and you are out.
Wow. That's
Air taxis. One of the first air taxis I believe will come in Dubai. That means you're going to fly in air taxis. So like what I mean is the government over there keeps on thinking how to improvise the people, quality, the lifestyle. And secondly, not to forget, they're talking about golden visa, like not talking about the giving the golden visa, which means you have to buy a property for 2 million dirhams, which is 4.5 crore rupiah. 4.5 crore you don't have to invest. You invest only 20%, which is 1 crore rupiah आप invest करो, आपका golden visa मिल जाएगा. Golden visa is for 10 years, not only for you but also for you and your family. That means anybody can come anywhere, anytime, set up your business. You don't require a sponsor. Everything is all you get because you get this golden visa. And the most important point, no taxation.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think that
Zero tax. That means you pay whatever you earn is yours. Of course, corporate tax is there if you're doing a company. But for an individual tax, there is no tax.
Unbelievable.
So this sort कहाँ मिलेगा आपको?
Yeah.
and पूरा देसी environment. When you land in Dubai, from the restaurants to
I'm only speaking Hindi.
We speak in Hindi. The taxi driver speaks in Hindi. The local people speaks in Hindi. When we talk to the customer, when we go to the shop, we don't ask कितना dirham है, ये कितना रुपया है.
Yeah.
So for an Indian, this is no brainer. You need to invest in Dubai.
So many Bollywood people, Bollywood celebrities buy from you. What is that reason?
You see, not many people know, but we manage the Filmfare franchise in the Middle East, and that's called the Filmfare Middle East. So we do a lot of award nights, achiever nights in Dubai, and that's how I am connected to all the Bollywood people. Every Bollywood star who comes to Dubai, we have that connection. They would call me, they'll come to my house, I'll go and visit them. And then I would convince them to buy the apartment. The first person I convinced was Anil Kapoor, to be honest. He was my first buyer. I met Sunita ji and I said, look, this is a property you must buy. And she was very willingly happy. First she told me, I want to stay in a house. I said, Sunita ji, आप कितने दिन रहोगे? आप ऐसा घर लो जो आपको maximum ROI मिलेगा. And she listened to me, and today she's very happy. And after that, we have seen so many Bollywood stars, because of this Filmfare connection, they are willing to buy, or they have bought the properties from us because they find it investment bada nahi hai. And I know Rizwan bhai, so it's very easy to connect with him, and then I know that he's going to give me a good price. And of course, the celebrity discount, always we give it to the celebrity. He gets a special price, special floor, special apartment. And when you have sold to that celebrity, you're also very happy. Like in Base 101, there are 3-4 celebrities who has bought. Now, I cannot disclose their names because of some reasons, but every apartment or every launch we have seen, we have had couple of or 3-4 celebrities coming and buying the apartment from us, and it's growing more and more. And now we are targeting also the television people, because we are now sponsored the Zee Rishte Award, and I'm sure that with that Zee Rishte Award, even the television people are going to come and buy from us. So, but it's very important because in India, people follow cricket or Bollywood.
Yes, two religions.
Two religions. अगर उसने खरीद लिया है, तो वो प्राइस बिल्डिंग का ऑटोमेटिकली ऊपर गया. अगर तुम बोल दो कि मेरे बिल्डिंग के अंदर संजय दत्त रह रहा है और कोई गोविंदा जी रह रहे हैं या सलमान खान रह रहा है, तो इमीडिएटली उसका प्राइस शूट अप होता जाता है. That's how it.
How fab! I hope more people come and more people.
Absolutely.
So, what are some of the upcoming trends that you see in real estate?
I think as you see, more and more high-rise buildings are coming. More and more very special buildings are coming, more and more sustainable buildings are coming. Dubai Sheikh, when he decides to do something, he will make it happen. He's so strong that today also he will visit any organization, any division, any department. In the morning, he says, okay, let me go to the labor division. Let me go to the land department. Let me go to this division at 7:30 in the morning without giving them a warning that he is coming. When he decides to implement something, he will make it happen. All of a sudden, he decides that somebody tells him that, okay, I'm going to make this man-made island. And the architect told me, sir, how do you make it something different. So he gave me a suggestion, make in the name of the palm tree. Now, what is the palm tree? You have a trunk in between and the fronds on the side. So that design was given to him, and that's how it's called Palm Island. The palm, that means the trunk, and the fronds A, B, C, D, E, F, G, K. You will see, and he made it happen, because when when he started to make this, people thought this is never going to happen. It's going to sink.
Yeah.
But today, Palm Island is the most sought island in the whole of Dubai, where the prices have skyrocketed, everything you cannot find. And they are not only making, that is already filled, and they are making another palm, which is the Palm Jabal Ali. And that also is selling at a very fast pace. Now, this is what the Sheikh of Dubai is like. When he decides to do something, he will make sure the idea comes to him. He will conceive the idea, he will plan the idea, and ensure it is implemented as fast as possible, so that it keeps moving. And people who are working around him, they tell me, boss, we enjoy working for him, but it's not easy, because we have to really be on our toes.
Yeah.
My staff, please listen to this, what I'm telling you.
Mine also. He runs it like an organization.
He runs an organization. Superb, yeah.
Yeah. And this is, many people have said this, that Dubai is not run like a country.
Yeah, it's run like an organization.
It's a proper business organization.
Absolutely.
Where you're looking at profit, you're looking at loss, you're looking at quality of people working, output.
I mean, look at the culture, which Dubai has. Okay. How many countries in the world, especially the Arab country, can you imagine giving a permission or a land to make a mandir?
Yeah.
Okay. Arabs, okay, Muslims, वहाँ पे आपको इतना बड़ा मंदिर का प्लॉट दिया गया है, जहाँ पे the relationship between the India and the UAE has strengthened so much. And today, people from all over India and the devotees of Hindu will come and visit that mandir, because it's one of the best monuments which has been created. Yeah. Now that's the vision of UAE. Yeah. And not only that, they believe in harmony, the culture, like not only when we are there, we don't talk about Hindu Muslims over there. We don't talk about Hindu, Sikh, Isai, Christian. Everybody, we are so happy. Even the Indian and Pakistanis, we watch the match together, and we enjoy watching that match. Yeah. Okay, we have that bitter rivalry because that's okay. Yeah. But we love so much together. They have so much respect for each other. Like all my son's friend, majority of them are Pakistanis, because he studied in a school where the Pakistanis were studying, all the children. So all the functions, they come to our house, we go to the house. Everything is so much in harmony. Correct. And that's the secret of UAE or Dubai, that any culture, any religion can come and follow over there and live in peace and harmony. If anybody tries to create any problem, straight deport.
Yeah. Just leave.
Just leave. Not even leave. They will drop him to the airport. Make sure you go.
So in the beginning of the conversation, you touched upon your 1% payment plan. It also earned you the title of the 1% Man of Dubai. Can you elaborate a little bit about what is a 1% payment plan for anybody who wants to hear and maybe now, inspired by a talk on Dubai, be like, let me invest?
It's very simple. Okay. Whenever we launch a project, there's a pricing for it. For example, I would say you can buy an apartment for 1 CR or 2 CR in Indian rupees, if I'm talking about. Agar 2 crore ka apartment tum lete ho, which you can get a one bedroom apartment, which is a very sizable 1 bedroom fully furnished apartment. Agar, for example, 2 crore ka apartment lete ho, aapne sirf 40 lakhs rupees jo hai as a down payment dena hai. 20 lakhs plus 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs down payment initially, and then within 3 months you have to pay another 20 lakhs. That is your down payment. Balance, you have to pay only 2 lakhs per month for the next 80 months. I will hand over the property to you in 3 years' time, which is 36 months' time. By the time I hand over the property, I have collected 20% plus another 3.5 years, means 36 plus 4, about 60% I have collected from you. But 40% you pay me after the handover. So actually what happens, if anybody is investing that 2 crore rupees and I am handing over the property in when he has given me only 1.2 CR.
Yeah.
So if you look at the return on investment versus the return on equity, is very high.
Yeah.
Now, let me touch that point. Okay, first of all, let me complete the payment plan, which means you have paid this 40 lakhs plus you are paying 2 lakhs per month and you get your apartment. When you are paid 1.2 crores, I give you this apartment to you. Balance 80 lakhs you're going to pay me after you get the handover. So, this is how the payment plan is. But if you have to understand and figure out how much more money you're going to make on this, You have invested in an apartment of 2 crores. You have paid me only 1.2 crores rupees. Your rental will start, in case if you don't decide to stay there, will be on the money of 2 crores rupees. Whereas you have paid me only 1.2 crores, and the balance you're going to pay me 1% per month.
Right.
But you start collecting the rentals on 2 crores rupees, which is about 7 to 8% rental you'll get. But because you have paid me only 1.2 crores rupees, your return on equity becomes 12 to 13%.
Yeah, it automatically increases.
Because your investment is only
correct.
1.2
crores. Yeah. Wow, amazing. And that is how many such payment plans have we finished?
We have launched all my buildings with that way. 15,000 homes I have delivered.
Wow.
When we launched this project with the 1% payment plan, people thought this is a scam. Initially, people really thought this is a scam, that it is not possible that anybody can give a house in 1% payment plan. But my whole idea was, because I came from slums, I wanted people to get this apartment. When I kept in mind that the people who do not have this apartment, I wanted to sell to them. So I came out with that 1% payment plan.
So now, what 3 tips would you give somebody who's looking to invest in real estate for the first time?
Very important. Figure out who is the developer. What is the track record? That is very, very important. Second thing, the location where you want to invest. The location has to be prime as possible, because you know that sea-facing apartment, downtown apartments, or apartments which are close to the metro will always appreciate. This is the second thing. And third thing is the budget which you have in mind, that you don't invest something, अगर आपके जेब में 2 करोड़ खर्चा करने का है तो आप 5 करोड़ का प्रॉपर्टी नहीं लो, 2 करोड़ का ही प्रॉपर्टी लो जो आप आराम से दे सकते हो उसको. Because many times people get carried over, यार ये तो बहुत अच्छा है, 2 करोड़ में दूसरा 2 करोड़ भी बंदोबस्त कर लूंगा, लेकिन उसमें अगर वो फंस गया तो 2 करोड़ भी गए और वो पैसे भी गए और प्रॉपर्टी भी गई. तो बजट दिमाग में रखो, लोकेशन दिमाग में रखो, और मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट डेवलपर को दिमाग में रखो.
Okay, very good advice, and I'm sure people will appreciate it, because there's so much confusion around real estate, you know, कि कहाँ पे खरीदे, where should I put my money? So I think very good advice.
आप आ जाओ दुबई के अंदर, पूरा दुबई घुमाएंगे आपको, हमारा आदमी सारे डेवलपर पे लेके जाएंगे, फिर आप डिसाइड करो.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about entrepreneurship, because you're doing so many different things. Media bhi hai, of course, the large volume of things that we just discussed. How does an entrepreneur diversify? What is the right way for one to make those different verticals for the business?
Very important, because you should not be doing the same thing. Any business can collapse because of some policy reasons or some market situation. So it's important to diversify in what you're doing. And important to diversify in different countries. You may be doing a very good business in India, but you should have some small money to be kept outside of India also, because you're putting all the money in one basket. You should try and diversify in such a way that where you'll have better returns. So एक पैया छोटा सा कहीं और रखना चाहिए. बिजनेस तो डाइवर्सिफाई करना है, लेकिन ऑल्सो जगह को भी डाइवर्सिफाई करना है. अगर आप जयपुर में धंधा कर रहे हो तो सिर्फ जयपुर से आप बंदे नहीं रहो. मुंबई में धंधा करें तो मुंबई से बंदे नहीं रहो, थोड़ा सा बाहर जाओ, बिकॉज सीखने भी बहुत मिलेगा और आइडियाज भी बहुत मिलेगी और तुम्हारा स्कोप भी.
Okay, so it's very important to diversify.
Have the people to work under you.
You've made such a large empire. How do you balance work life and personal life? क्योंकि ये सबसे common question है कि entrepreneurs are so passionate, so fueled कि काम करते ही जाओ. How do you balance your life?
I balance, okay, work life and 100% balance तो नहीं होता है, but I enjoy what I'm doing. So work is important for me. It's like a religion for me. So definitely I enjoy working. But at the same time, I am a very happy-go-lucky man, and I love to socialize. I love to go out. I love to meet friends. So that's what when you're talking about balancing my life. So yes, I do work very hard also, and I socialize very hard also.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps me happy.
Yeah.
Because always when you're working, you need to also stress out.
Correct, of course. Okay, amazing. I'm down to my last question. From, this, like you were saying earlier, from slums to selling 15,000 apartments in Dubai, the journey has been tremendous. What is the one mindset that you think has attributed to your success?
I think smile, and also not taking the stress.
Not taking stress. Yeah.
And delegating people. I wouldn't say one. Cannot say one.
Okay. Let's talk about all.
So see, first of all, like I said, don't take stress. Deal with any situation comes across you with a smile. Do not, because when you are in my cabin and you see the number of people, they come to me and they come with so many problems. ये हो गया sir, वो हो गया. Relax, calm. कुछ नहीं, ठीक हो जाएगा. Problem नहीं. That's very important. Then secondly, delegate. Find the right people, delegate them. Like if you come to my office anytime, on my table there is not a single paper. एक पेपर मेरे उस पे नहीं रहेगा टेबल के ऊपर.
क्यों?
बस जरूरत ही नहीं, लोग काम कर रहे हैं. So find the right people, delegate them the work.
Okay. Yeah.
This is very important. And then keep thinking, keep coming out with new ideas. Whenever you want to do some business, don't follow what the market is doing. Create your own USP and work towards it. Because if you do not create your own USP and follow what the market is doing, you will take a long time to succeed. But you find that one USP, you will succeed very fast. And the most important thing, the fourth, once you have found the USP, make sure you market that USP. So market अपने आप को करना वो भी important है.
Okay, and smile.
Smile तो बिल्कुल चाहिए.
Okay. On that smiling note, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It has been lovely and I've learned so much. I'm going to go check out these 1% payment plans.
1% payment plan and your next branch in Dubai.
In Dubai, yeah.
Okay, you are going to open one more. What you are doing over here? Find another clone of you who will do the in Dubai. और आप आते जाते रहो. We'll support you fully in that.
Sweet. Okay, done. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for being the best community and we'll see you in the next one.